You don't want to be a pirate? Hey, everybody!
Brooklyn Range.
DC singing. Welcome to OtakuCast.
I'm singing. I got that song stuck in my head. You guys ever have a song stuck in your head? You know?
All the time. I get a lot of parody songs stuck in my head.
I haven't even heard that song in forever, and it's stuck in my head. I haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged in years. Still stuck in my head. It's an
Hey, it was good. It was good. But anyway, welcome everybody. I'm your host, Angel's Calamity. I have a small YouTube channel. Check me out. Have lots of fun with my friends. And we have a good time. This is my co-host, Directionally Challenged.
Hi, I'm Directionally Challenged. You can find me on YouTube as Directionally Challenged. I do games, sketches, and more.
We are amazing. We have a good time. I just realized I had headphones plugged into my computer, and I can hear us echoing through the headphones, which are down there.
That's gotta be very awkward.
I had to take a moment. Sorry. I had to turn those down. Anyway.
So.
You know why we're here. We're here to have a good time, and we start that good time off.
We're here to talk about news. Some news for you guys.
What do we got first, DC? We got some virtual cons, it looks like.
Yes, we have a couple of virtual cons that are going to be happening. We've got the Tokyo Comic Con for 2020 is going to be held online in December, and there's going to be a virtual Crunchyroll Expo event that's going to be happening online as well.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, the Tokyo Comic Con 2020 was originally announced in April, but because of Voldemort, it got rescheduled, and now they're just doing it online. They will have
December
live streams.
4th to 6th.
Yes, December 4th to 6th. Now they'll have live streams from Chiba Makahara Messi Event Hall, sorry if I butchered that pronunciation, where the event was planned to be held originally. Events will live stream on the Tokyo Comic Con World website. Streaming events will include stage presentations, a celebrity area, a cosplay area, an artist alley, an exhibition area, and an EC area, whatever that is. And it's all free to view. But you can pay 500 yen for premium content, which...
That's like $5.
Could be anything.
That's legitimately like $5.
Cons are rather expensive normally, so yeah, that's like literally nothing. And then the Crunchyroll...
That's why I meant Japan, dude. They take care of you.
The Crunchyroll one has lots and lots and lots of voice actors and lots of guests, and like there's a whole list. All of this is in the Otaku News.
Many to announce.
Yeah, all of these links will be in our Otaku News server in the Discord, the channel there. So it's under the Anime Club one, so just check that out. And then it also says that they canceled it because of Voldemort. If you don't know, that's the current crisis that we're not allowed to speak of.
That which shall not be named.
Yeah, you guys should know at this point. You know what it is. I mean, everybody knows. And the next...
You know what the beer disease is.
It is. Yep. And the next physical Crunchyroll Expo is August 6 to 8, 2021 at San Jose McHenry Convention Center in San Jose, California. Well, and it hecka cool. And it says Crunchyroll has announced in November that it's partnering with pulp culture events organizer Reed Pop to produce this year's event at the same convention center from September 4 to 6. So, heck yeah, super cool. Will you guys be going? Yeah, well, viewing. You know, I'll try to pop in.
I'd be interested in checking out the Tokyo one.
Yeah, and I'd be interested in checking out Comic-Con. There's a lot of big names going. A lot of cool stuff happening. And then we have... DC, why don't you tell the people about this one? I've not seen this show. We have something from Demon Slayer.
Yes! So, in Demon Slayer, if you know, the main character's sister is become a demon, and her name is Nezuko. And she has a piece of bamboo in her mouth that prevents her from biting people and stuff like that. So, what they've done is that they have created a chewing gum case inspired by Nezuko's bamboo mouthpiece. So you can actually get the little like bamboo mouthpiece, which is a chewing gum case.
It's
right
pretty
now,
cute.
Yes, it really is being distributed through a collaboration giveaway with Japanese confectionery maker Lot from September 1st to 30th. During the giveaway period, those who purchase Lot's chewing gum must enter details from their receipt into a form on the campaign website, and you get a ticket to enter the giveaway.
The A prize is the gum dispenser, which will go to 100 people.
100 people.
Which is awesome. The B prize, which will go to 200 people, is
the Nezuko gum case.
Nezuko gum case. What is that? This black one we see here on the on the page?
I believe I believe the black one you see there is the gum dispenser, and then the secondary prize is Nezuko's thing. Which sorry, the B prize looks to be the better prize.
It kind of does, but you know what? That goes to 200 people, which is awesome. And the
yes, it is adorable. Yes, you do need it.
The C prize is a set of 5 clear files, which will go to 10,000 people. The designs for the clear files were created in collaboration with Lottie Bitcurryman's line of wafer snacks. Whatever it is, check it out. And we probably be able to enter it from here. We just have to get that gum. Get a
receipt, get that gum, buy that gum, get that prize.
Yeah, for sure. Do the thing. And then next thing we have to talk about is, as you guys know, for Anime Club, one of our animes this time is Promised Neverland, which I am greatly enjoying. But anyway,
enjoying.
It's actually a rather popular anime. It's so popular, in fact, that there's a book that was written on it from the perspective of British and American literature.
Well, I mean, they do have British and American names.
Yes.
Ray, Norman, Emma.
I don't know what the Shueisha
published a book on Monday exploring the themes and story of The Promised Neverland through the perspective of a scholar of British and American literature. Ebi Bungakusha Toyomu Yakushoku no Neverland, Reading The Promised Neverland with a British American Literature Scholar, by Kei Toda, will explore the myriad of literary influences behind the hit manga series, such as the models for the demons and the significance behind the title.
Yeah, there's a bunch of main topics in the book, like what is the true meaning of the title and everything like that. And they go into the manga. There's a whole lot of information that they do, and it looks very cool. Like, I only skimmed the news article because it literally warns about spoilers in the book, and we've not finished the anime yet. So if you finished it,
it does also note that the book does not represent the views and interpretations of the series creators. It also includes spoilers for the entire series, including the ending.
Yeah, so if you've seen the series, or after we watch it together, if you're still interested in it still hypes you up, check out this book. It looks very entertaining. I mean, I am very interested in it myself, and I have a couple friends that are really into the anime, so much that they already watched it without me. Without us. They just watched it by themselves. It's against the rules. You know who you are. Anyway. But yeah, if you're going to pick up that book, let us know in the comments. I might, for sure.
Interesting.
And then the last thing we have to talk about today is something that DC and I, neither of us are really into. It's Fortnite, but a lot of people are, and
that's Fortnite, not the last thing we have to talk about. We have one more after that. Yeah.
What was... Oh, I'm sorry.
Assassination Classroom. We'll talk about that after.
I completely don't know what happened to my tab for that, so that's why I'm a derp. That's why I'm a derp. Thank you, DC, for keeping me on track, my dude. Anyway, they are teasing. They did release an image where they're teasing that Thor, the God of Thunder, could be brought to the Battle Royale game.
Fortnite sucks.
Look, it is a very popular game for very good reasons.
It's a popular game amongst children, yes.
Okay, pretty much that they teased an image with Marvel image of a character that appears to be Thor in the letters of the word Fortnite with the 8/27/2020 and then Marvel below it. So it lines up with the beginning of Gamescom 2020. So there could be, like, it's not the first time Fortnite has been, and Fortnite and Marvel have mashed. There's been a few other of Marvel characters in the canon, I guess, if there's a canon to Fortnite. But, you know, if you're a fan of it and you're a fan of the God of Thunder, cool. Check it out.
Thor's too cool for Fortnite.
You're probably not wrong. All right, DC, hit us with the last one that I almost forgot because I'm a derp.
All right, for all of you still checking out Toonami or Adult Swim, Assassination Classroom is coming to Toonami on August 29th. The official Facebook account for Adult Swim's Toonami programming block was announced on Thursday. The Assassination Classroom will join the Saturday night lineup starting on August 29th. The show will air at 1 a.m. So, the full lineup on August 29th is midnight, Dragon Ball Super, 12:30, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, 1 a.m., Assassination Classroom, 1:30, Black Clover, 2 a.m., Fire Force, 2:30, Naruto Shippuden, and 3 a.m. is Samurai Jack.
Back from the past, Samurai Jack. I love that show.
Yes.
Honestly, it looks like Toonami's got a pretty strong lineup right now. I've not had actually like satellite or dish or any of that for a very long time. Looks like Toonami's got a good lineup. And Assassination Classroom, I find it kind of weird that it's coming up now. It's been a couple years. It was 2016 was when it finished. But hey, you know what? I've seen half of it and will watch the rest of it eventually, but it's good anime.
Apparently, it also inspired 2 live-action films that opened in 2015 and 2016.
I don't know. We don't like live-action.
We don't like live-action around here.
Not in this cast.
Not in this podcast. We don't do that live-action stuff.
No, we don't. It's awful.
Give me that 2D animation or nothing.
Look, some 3D is okay.
No,
we talked about that.
I said what I said.
Let's jump right into our topic, which is worst supporting cast. DC,
Yay!
Let's talk about our worst supporting cast choices for anime, and we're also going to talk about why they all need to be to Mineta. Okay?
No, they don't need to be Mineta. Mineta is not a bad character.
He is a bad character.
Did you even choose Mineta?
I did choose Mineta.
I disagree with your choice greatly.
Look, that's you, because I'm sure some people will agree with me that Mineta is just crap tier character. Like, why is he even in the superhero class? Since we're here, I'm gonna talk about Mineta. Why? Grape juice. Dude looks like he's wearing a diaper.
Because his power is awesome.
His superpower is sticky balls.
Yeah. Which don't come off.
Sticky balls, guys.
Yeah, okay, but if he sticks one to you and that gets stuck to a wall, you're stuck to that wall. That's a great power for a superhero. It's like Spider-Man's web, but
okay,
less
but
efficient.
I'm also talking about just his personality too. Like his power is questionable at best. Questionable whether or not he could be a great support. Just get him out of the hero class. Put him in the sidekick class.
Yeah, telling Missy he's actually pretty useful.
But look at his character. He's a perv. He is the biggest pervert, and he's a little weird. It's creepy.
Yeah, he's a little weird. He's fun.
No. He's
like a basic perv.
No, he's... Yeah, look, I will admit...
He's like Sanji.
I will admit, I don't know who is Sanji.
Yeah, one of the best characters in One Piece.
One Piece. Days without a One Piece reference. 0.
We're never going to have a day without a One Piece reference. Never going to happen.
Chafe Griffin Smith, I can say words, says Giggity, and Yojack says Sanji is way better. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but that's because Sanji's like one of the fucking
better than
monster
Mineta.
trio, and Mineta is not one of the monster trio.
Look, Mineta, as I will die on this hill, even if I die alone. Mineta is garbage. Every time he's on screen, I'm just like, what is this little freak gonna do now? Where is the cringe? It's coming. The cringe is always coming with Mineta. Biohazard, aka Colette, says Mineta would be better if he tried harder, and yes, he would. If he actually attempted to quell his pervert intentions, if he
The problem with him is that's your problem with him?
Yes, he's a creep. Apparently, you've never been a woman, DC, and having to deal with creeps like that. Okay?
He's also just a joke character.
Look, I know, and what's funny is I have heard that the writer of the series, that's his favorite character, is Mineta.
Yeah,
and just like...
he's fun.
No, he's just awful. If I was in that class with Mineta, I'd probably kill him. Okay?
Yeah, but that's like half the characters. half the characters would suck if they were real people.
Thank you, Yojak. Mineta would be better if he didn't exist. Yes, he would.
Like, Deku would be terrible to deal with in class because he'd be so freaking annoying.
You leave my baby boy baby alone!
If he was a real person, you'd hate dealing with him because all he does is sit there and scribble, and you're just like, God.
Me too! Have you seen my notes?
Yeah. But dude, shut up for 5 minutes. That's all I want Deku to do. It's like, shut up for 5 minutes.
Make me. Anyway. Oh, speaking
There's
of
another
notes,
character,
guys,
though.
It's a sad day. Hold on. Banana Notebook is retired. It was full. Now we have Scented Melon Notebook.
Look, the character that deserves to be considered the worst supporting character in Boku no Hero Academy is my choice, Bakugo. Fight me on that one, nerds!
Look. I don't like Bakugo.
Pull up Bakugo. Let's see him.
I don't like Bakugo very much.
Why would anyone like Bakugo?
Here comes the hate. I need a hate.
Bring it on.
I'm prepared. I will shelter myself.
Look, I'm not afraid to say that Deku is a terrible character. You think I'm going to care if anyone wants to fight me on Bakugo?
Look, Kaminari, which I believe if my memory is working properly, is Sparky Pikachu Boy. I see you guys in the comments. I don't think he's as much as a perv. I have never seen him be even close. Yes, he's a perv, but not to the level of creep and uncomfortable and unsettling that Mineta is.
Mineta barely even exists in the series.
See, there's your hate. There's your hate.
Yeah, let's see here. Yojak, he's my favorite character. Well, your favorite character is a terrible human being, number one. He's not even a good rival. Todoroki is Deku's rival. Like, those two actually have a rivalry where they actually, like, are trying to go against one another. Bakugo is just a douche. That's all he is. And he doesn't even have a reason to be a douche. He's an annoying character that barely grows. And in fact, his like level of annoying is to the extreme, especially at the end of the what was it, the sports event where he has to literally be bolted down to like friggin' steel so that he doesn't go crazy because he has a horrible amount of mental problems and probably has a couple of imbalances that need to be medicated. Alright? This dude should not be a hero, especially since he wants to name himself, like, Murder Killer? You know,
King Explosion Murder.
Yeah, King Explosion Murder? Like, I'm sorry. I made a D&D character as a joke that was a barbarian called Bloodraven Murder Boots. But that was because he named himself that when he was 8, and he's a barbarian. Not a hero. This is supposed to be a hero. Which one? Not a hero. He does not have the personality of a hero. He does not have the demeanor of a hero. He does not even deserve to be in the class of a hero. Everyone thinks he should be a villain. In fact, most people make that comment that he acts more like a villain. Because he does. Because he's a horrible person to people for no reason. He even, like, as a kid was just this, like, I'm a superior being to you kind of guy, when, in all honesty, his power's not that great. It's explosions, that's cool, he sweats nitroglycerin, awesome power, dude. But, you know, if you want to give anyone a high five, you're probably going to blow their freaking arm off. Also, how does his power work? Can he not work out? If he works out, doesn't he just sweat nitroglycerin? Isn't that kind of dangerous? Wouldn't that make you more of a careful person if you were like Bakugo? Like, oh man, my sweat, if it flies off while I'm exercising, could murder a random person. But no, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about anyone. He doesn't care about friends. He only cares about himself. And it's like, oh yeah.
All right, let me scroll through some of the comments here. We got I will, he's absolutely not, hey, and then Atomic Missy said, no, Yojak says, layers beneath that, you gotta read between the lines. Look, we're
he
not
doesn't have really good layers.
We're not onions, we're not looking at the layers.
I can read between the lines of the character. There is things that are more nuanced about Bakugo, but the thing is that he's not being written that way. He's not being written in a way where he is expressing that, which I can talk all day about how the creator of Boku no Hero Academy, 1, does not understand his own characters, and 2, writes all of his characters poorly. But that's another argument for another day.
Shots fired. Okay.
Yes, you didn't think it was a legit win.
Yep. And then they're talking about the manga.
You do get a big head, but that's the problem. No, we're not going to talk about the manga.
And I will personally agree with you to an extent. At the beginning of the show, Bakugo was really bad. He's slowly actually getting better.
He's
getting better. He's
the same character.
I've never hated him as much as you do. I find him to just be a jerk. And honestly, his jerkiness accentuates Deku's sweetness. It's like,
no,
I see what they're going for, but it's almost too extreme. Deku's too big of a crybaby. Bakugo's too big of a jerk.
Which is why I say it comes back to the author poorly writing his characters.
I don't know about that. I don't know about poorly writing.
I don't care. I will argue with people. I love plot. I love writing. I research writing all the time. I have a book right here. Literally right here, called How to Write a Damn Good Novel. I own this book. All right? I research writing techniques and stuff all the time.
That sounds pretty boring.
No, it's not. It's actually really fun if you enjoy stories.
Oh.
I love writing, so that's why I will judge poorly written characters. I would have gone into Sasuke, but in all honesty, Sasuke's not worth talking about.
Like, I have my fair share of strong feelings about Sasuke, too. But, yeah, I will agree, he does not compare
that,
to
Sasuke fans.
Sheer amount
Your character's not even worth discussing.
Anyway,
so what's your next choice?
Since we're talking about My Hero, I have one more from the series that I just... Like, look, okay, I'm not far enough, and I know there's going to be some sort of attempted redemption arc for this character in the future.
There is. Oh, there is.
I just haven't got there yet. And I haven't. No spoilers in the comments, please. But Endeavor. Okay? He is literally the number 2 hero. He is literally the number 2. He is just the worst. Just all the time with the anger and the disapproving glares, not only to his co-workers, which other pro heroes, but also to his own child. Like, I love Todoroki. He's my second favorite. I love him. But he's an amazing hero, but he's just so ambitious. And it ruins his character for me. He makes him toxic.
Yeah, Biohazard, screw Sasuke. Yeah. I mean, you didn't say that. You just said I'm not really into Sasuke, but screw Sasuke.
I mean, he's kind of hot, though.
That's the only reason he's popular. It's the same reason freaking Todoroki's popular.
No, look, I have a friend, and I don't know if she's here. I tried to get her to come, but I have a friend that just loves every part of villainous characters. Orochimaru,
that's why Bakugo's so popular.
Bakugo. Look, I like
That's
my
also why Endeavor's so popular. Despite the fact that...
I like heroes, but Endeavor is a crap hero. He is just...
Endeavor's a horrible person.
He really is. He is a horrible person.
He didn't marry for love. He married for genetic freaking mutation.
Superiority. He got a wife for breeding.
Yeah, like, it's kind of freaking breeding. Creepy.
And then he raised his children for superior offspring. Like, he's in some sort of farm, and they're like,
he just kept having
we need to breed the beefiest cows to the beefiest cows to get the beefiest cow babies. And Endeavor's like, I need to find...
Look, Atomic Missy, very true. He thick, but he dick.
Oh, he did a swore.
Yeah.
Editors.
It's fine.
Editors. He did a swore.
I did a PG swore.
Is that a PG swore, though?
That's PG swore.
Anyway, no, he's a big stupid brain.
No, that's like a G swore. He's a big doo-doo pants.
Yes. He's a meanie head.
Yes.
But anyway, you guys know, and just the way he treats his... Like, we've only seen the way he treats Shoto. We've only really seen the way he treats Shoto, but I imagine he doesn't treat any of his children well.
He made his wife have a mental breakdown and scar her own child.
And then he just gets her locked in the hospital instead of actually...
I mean, she needs to be in a mental hospital probably because I don't think she's mentally stable anymore. So she
Like,
needs
let's be
therapy
real,
and
she should
assistance.
actually get the therapy and assistance and then get away
Yeah.
from him and have a
Yeah.
normal life.
God, you're
But anyway.
gonna hate later on.
Give us another one, DC.
Well, let's move away from My Hero Academia for now. We can talk about terrible characters in that series all day.
I think we did. I think we
I'd
covered the
like to
worst.
actually move on to an anime that we watched last season on season 0. I want to talk about Izumi from Another. Do you remember her?
Yes, I do. Sorry, there was just
She was-
banging, and I
she
didn't
was-
understand it. I was slightly frightened.
She was Pigtail Girl.
The redhead, pigtail girl, the
Yeah.
tsundere,
Clearly into the main character.
but very tsundere.
But like
Look, she was not
everything.
awful.
No.
She was.
Everything
She
is her
was not-
fault.
You're not wrong.
Everything that happens in this series could have been avoided if she just sat there the day she met him, the main character, and just explained things to him instead of being all weird about it and getting distracted in the whole like, have I met him before thing? You know, like where do I know him from? And then she uses like her love of that character, like her attraction to him, to like mess with stuff and never admits to it, and like in the end she just goes crazy and starts wanting to murder the main female because of like just
you're I'm not gonna argue with you. But is she a bad character because she was written to be that way?
The problem is she's
like a
bad
plot driver character.
Well, the thing is that she's a bad supporting character because I don't think she's meant to be that way. You're like kind of meant to be sympathetic towards her. Like the way she's written, you're supposed to be sympathetic towards her, but I can't feel sympathy for her because she has created all of the problems.
You're not wrong.
So like, what? Don't try and make me feel sympathy for a character that, you know, is causing all of the issue. I can't feel bad for you. Like, how can we stop this? Maybe if you just sat down and talked about it and, like, you know, been the smart character you were supposed to be. Because she's supposed to be smart. She's supposed to be the head of countermeasures. You know, she was chosen for this job, and she does her job really poorly. Now, again, in the manga, she actually lives. She doesn't die. But in the anime, I'm sorry, she dies. We watched it season 0.
Spoilers.
Not a surprise to us. It's an old anime. I don't care about spoiling people. But that's the thing, is that she's not meant to be a bad character. She just wasn't written well. You can tell
I mean, but at the same time, but if she did her job properly, would we have the plot of the show?
Yeah, we still would have, because of what we all find out and everything. It still would have happened. It just, you know, she would have been a better character.
I don't know about that. I don't know. But I got another one. I know you're not going to agree with me on this one, DC.
Probably not. Are we going to talk? Are we talking Bleach?
Oh yeah, Bleach. Character from Bleach. Cone. You know, little stuffed teddy.
How
teddy bear.
Dare you attack my Kon?
Look.
His name is short for Konpaku.
He's an artificial soul, and he's actually like
means.
a little gem that's shoved into the stuffed animal.
It's like a little blue candy.
And literally, the only reason for this character to exist is so as he can inhabit. That's a word that I would have to use.
Ichigo's body.
Ichigo's body when he wants to go play Soul Reaper.
Look at him! Look how adorable he is!
No.
How can you hate that face?
Look, he might be cute, but he is one of the most annoying characters.
He's
ever.
The funniest character.
No.
I love him.
Part of me feels sorry for Cone. Like,
yeah, you should feel sorry for Cone.
He was made and pretty much made just to die because he was just an experimental. I can say.
Well,
words.
okay, no. He wasn't made to die. He was actually
they wanted
made
to destroy him. But
they wanted to destroy him because of the way that he was made, his initial design was to be put into dead bodies so that the dead bodies could fight. And then they were like, Soul Society went, you know what? This is too dark even for us. Scrap it. And he didn't want to die. So even as a little tiny soul, like pill, he found a way to survive, which I don't know how he did that. But look at that! Biohazard, Atomic Missy, they both like Kon. Everyone likes Kon.
Sorry, he is annoying. Every time Kon was on screen, I just went.
I loved it. I loved his little voice.
He's just the worst. He's argumentative. He's annoying. Yes. He's difficult.
Yeah.
Like, do you realize your position right now? I could crush you.
That's what
I am letting you live in my stuffed animal for free, and you're going to be a jerk.
That's why it was funny when Ichigo would punish him by taking him out and leaving him on the desk, just as a little ball, so he couldn't move around. That's the point of the character. The point of the character was to be a comic relief, annoying character.
Look, you're right, but he's just awful, though.
He's wonderful.
Bleach is a very dark and very serious anime. There's very few, like, gags and goofies, and then there's Kon.
That's why Kon has these amazing moments.
I feel like they're not even, like, that funny. It's just, like, the gag. And
no, Kon has very deep moments with certain characters in the series. And you understand that his only desire is to be alive. He just wants to live.
Look, you got a stuffed animal. Be happy with what you got, my dude.
Well, but think about, imagine you were a soul, and everyone that was created with you was murdered, and you managed to escape, and the thing you end up getting put into is a tiny stuffed lion that is incredibly ineffectual at combat.
And
you're designed for combat.
Was like a vegetable, and just be like, yo, hook me up in this person.
Yeah, just find someone who's brain dead.
A bodybuilding vegetables, because those
they could have just made him a fake body. They have fake bodies.
They're called Gigai. But they leave him in a stuffed animal.
That's why I feel bad for Kon.
DC, hit us with another.
It's from Bleach as well, but this one's different. It's Karin, aka Ichigo's other sister.
I like her. She's the sassy sister.
Well, the problem that I have with her,
the tsundere sister,
like, just as a character, she's kind of
Karen.
Yeah, she's not needed. Like, she doesn't add anything to the series. She doesn't do anything to push the plot
technically, we don't need Ichigo's dad either, but he's a great character.
Ichigo, no. Have you finished Bleach?
I have not.
Then you don't know. Ichigo's
My
dad
husband will not watch anymore, and he only lets me watch with me.
Ichigo's dad is a pivotal character. He's very important. But Karen's just kind of like not needed. In fact, the plot forgets about her for long periods of time because she's not needed. Like, she starts off like not trying to just ignore ghosts completely, despite the fact that she can see ghosts. And she's just like, no, ghosts aren't real. And I'm like, stop being annoying and just accept the reality of the world.
But look, no one else can see what she sees, really.
Ichigo talks about it all the time.
Yeah, but at the same time, she thinks her brother's weird. Like, let's be real.
I understand wanting to be normal, but like at some point you gotta accept you ain't normal. And I mean, as much as I enjoy a tomboy character, she doesn't really do much. Like, she does a lot in the fillers. That's like where she shines, is the fillers.
Yeah,
and that's
she does shine in the fillers. They have like
character.
Episodes written about her and her things in the fillers, and
like her weird little like Sentai warrior thing that she ends up doing. But like, but from the perspective of the main story and the main plot, she's pointless. She doesn't serve anything. She doesn't help Ichigo in any way, so she's not really like a supporting character.
Well,
she's supposed to be, but she's not.
A little bit here and there that she does. But you're right. I'll give you you're right. I still think that she is. I still like her character.
Well, we're talking about the worst supporting characters, and for me, she's not like a bad character, but she's a bad supporting character because she doesn't do the one thing she's supposed to.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll give you that.
take this for example. She can clearly see ghosts. She clearly has supernatural powers. She clearly can fight fairly well because we see her in like the Sentai Warrior episodes and stuff like that. Which again, I have to say is probably a failing on the part of the writers. Kubotai, I love you, but that's kind of a failing on your half. But it also could be more of a failing with Shonen Jump producers, which I'll get into actually in a little bit, as to why.
But also, I would like to point out real quick that there is a lot of characters in Bleach.
There's a ton. There's a ton.
And
a lot of them get the shaft.
Characters, yeah, a lot of them get the shaft. Like, I know a good friend of mine's favorite is Grimjow, and we see him
Grimjow Zagazek.
So, you don't see him until so far into the series, and then even that's so brief.
Yeah, like, it's sad. Chad. I love Chad. Chad's one of my favorite characters. And
he's such a Chad. All sodded.
He's
Chad
an
is pretty cool, though.
Character.
I'll give you that. Chad's
Japanese,
awesome.
Half Spanish. I love him.
Chad's pretty awesome, and he's just... Isn't it funny that, like, he's so massive in every way?
I just like that his name is...
A couple friends and I always want to joke that, in every way.
I just like that his name is Sado, but Ichigo just calls him Chado. And everyone else just starts calling him Chad.
I just watched the dub. It's me, I'm the friend. Yes, that is you.
Alright, well, hit us with the next one, because Karen...
Alright, look, we have one, DC and I are going to kind of, with two characters that are pretty much the same character from the exact same show. Like,
yeah, let's do it!
Let's do this one. Alright, same show, Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, even though I gotta say, one gets better in Shippuden. One just kind of stays the same. Let's be real. Sakura and Ino. At me, Sakura and Ino fans. I am talking about Ino.
I'm talking about Sakura. This was funny, because Sakura was going to be on my list.
And I actually had them both on the list. Well, Sakura much less for me, personally, because she does have that growth. She does. It doesn't happen until Shippuden, and like the later end of Shippuden, does she actually get that growth? Okay, Ino is the same pig. Ino pig. Ino means pig. That's why she calls her Ino pig in the dub all the time. And
so what you're saying is she calls her Ino.
Yeah, she calls her Ino in the dub all the time. And like, especially when they're just butting heads, they're so similar. We love Sasuke. Oh, let's fight over who's prettier. Let's fight over who's sassier. It's okay. I just don't like it. I just don't.
Well, let's just like actually get into like one of the reasons why they're terrible supporting cast. Which, let's be honest, you can argue Sakura's a main character, but she's not. She's really not. She is as much of a main character as Neji was, and I honestly think Neji was in the series more and did more than Sakura ever did.
A spoiler alert on that was there.
Well, the series is over, so...
It's still streaming dubbed. It hasn't made it all dubbed yet. They haven't.
It's fine.
Look, I watched.
Let's just talk about this. Sakura as a character. One, apparently amazing genjutsuist. Apparently. Yeah, no, apparently. That's supposed to be one of her character traits. That's in fact mentioned early on. In fact, her little inner Sakura is supposed to be like her willpower, and literally like in the games, she uses...
that cha thing that she does.
In the games, she even uses that as a genjutsu attack, where inner Sakura will come down and like be a giant and bash them. And I'm like, in the game, she's great. Right. She's awesome. She actually shows that she could be a great fighter. In the series,
we only have one of the games, and my children. I haven't got to play it.
So
my
many.
Children play
I
it.
have so many. I have so many.
But look, go ahead. You're fine.
What she gets reduced to as a character, just a Sasuke fan girl, and that's
exactly. Sakura has potential to be an amazing character. But she literally is reduced. And then, here's the thing. Spoiler, at this point everybody knows. I haven't finished Naruto, and I still know that she gets with him in the end. And she just... It's so weird because she's like creepy stalker status half the time.
So is Hinata, though.
Yeah, but yeah. Look, Hinata's adorable, and you leave her alone. She doesn't make it as obvious though. Like I don't know,
she does.
like it's okay
Yeah, she really does.
to have these feelings for somebody. You just if they're not interested, you don't like try to force it on them. Like
much
Sakura
like a
does.
whisker, whisker away. Naruto teaches us if you stalk someone long enough, they'll love you.
Look, I would love to argue with that, but I really can't.
It's what happens. That's the series. Below, let's talk about this, right? Even up to the end of the series, I'm not going to spoil anything.
I'm like in the final dredges of the end of it, so don't.
But if you're on the final dredges of the end, you know one important fact about Sakura. Useless.
Listen, she gets the gemmy thing in her head, and she can do the magic revitalization meiotic jutsu. She can bring fish back to life.
Useless.
Okay?
She is reduced every time she meets Sasuke.
Look,
she is reduced to a crying Sasuke fangirl. She should be a strong woman who don't need no man, which I thought was going to be like her arc.
We're wrong so much. We're not even going to get to my final one, I don't think. But
yeah, we are. Let's just we can move past it
real quick. Once she meets Tsunade, she starts becoming her own person. I'm going to say that.
Still ends up being a Tsunade.
And like Ino's just like, yes, Ino gets a little better. Don't at me, but she's still just like, especially when things happen and stuff. But anyway,
let's point one thing out though.
What?
Ino is so bad we didn't even want to talk about her really because there's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to say about Ino.
That's how bad of a supporting character she is.
She was written to be Sakura's counterpoint.
Yeah, but unfortunately, when you abandon the character that she's meant to counter, there's no reason for her to exist.
Look, you're right, Cole. Sakura kept Inuyasha. What is wrong with me?
That's because that's
Naruto
the next
alive.
thing you want to talk about.
Yes, it is. No, but I guess I'll just go ahead and go. My next one, and I'll make this quick because I just do not like this character. Kikyo from Inuyasha. Okay? She's should be dead. She should be long dead. Okay.
Bland.
And whenever she's not being bland, she's just causing problems for the main character. Like, she's not even written really as a villain. They want you to feel sorry for her, and they want you to think that will they, won't they? But Kikyo, I mean, she's constantly wandering, and she's very selfish. Like, am I going to help the bad guys? Am I going to help the good guys? Oh, look, it's Kikyo. What could she be up to? Am I going to kill Inuyasha this episode, or try to steal him from Kagome? Who knows? I could be crazy psycho lady this time, and I could be like, do you remember what we had in Inuyasha? Next time. No. Get out of here. Go die. Quit stealing souls from young women, and go die, you corpse.
It's because she has no soul, yeah. That's her problem. She has no soul.
I don't care. I don't care. She should be dead.
Alright. That's fine. She's not written well. I agree.
She's awful. Hey guys, she's Kagome. Kagome's a reincarnation. No, Kagome's a good person. She might be very ditzy, very derpy, but Kagome has a good heart. Kikyo does not. She's selfish.
Yeah.
She gave up her entire, but let's talk about for 1 second before she was dead. She gave up her entire life's training of guarding the Shikan no Tama so she could have a man. Let's be real.
Well, she fell in love with someone, that's fine. That's a good
thing. She's a shrine maiden. She should have not fallen in love with someone. No.
Well, that's not a bad character trait. That's like a tragic romance.
I will agree with you there. But I just think she's a bad person all the way around.
No, she's bad after she comes back. She's good kind of before that as the maiden.
But okay, but then, how shallow would you have to be? We all know what happened. Moroku Omigumo, whatever the hell his name is, Onigumo, tricked them into fighting each other. But that was all it took. Your lover acting very, very strange, not doing what you intended to do, and then hurting you physically and then just acting very out of character, and you instantly and you think, oh well, now we're enemies, let's kill each other.
Ancient Japan.
Instead of like,
sort of like
instead of like, hold up, come here, what's going on with you?
Ancient Japan was just kind of like that. It's like every
anyway.
Japanese
Give us your last one, DC. Make it quick. I talk too much.
Gohan. That's right, Gohan. That's right, everyone. Gohan.
Gohan, our
Dragon
shining.
Ball Z's Gohan.
But Saiyaman.
No.
Saiyaman.
Gohan is supposed to be like the strongest character in the universe. I'm not even joking with you. That was his intention. And the reason why I want to bring up Gohan is less to do with the fact that he himself is a bad supporting character, and more to do with the fact that you guys made him that. That's right, the fans. All of you fans made Gohan a terrible character. He was supposed to take over. He was supposed to be the new main character. Goku was supposed to die to freaking Frieza, and Gohan was supposed to take over. In fact, it was supposed to end with Frieza, but then Akira Toriyama was like, no, if people want me to continue. Yeah, the fans forced him to continue. Shonen Jump forced him to continue. And he made Gohan the main character, but people got upset. People got so upset, they sent him death threats. They sent him fingers in the mail about, like, Vegeta and other stuff. You made Gohan terrible! The fans did it! And Shonen Jump ruins everything! Everything good! The producers! Stop it!
Saiyaman
He's terrible! He was stupid. Gohan is an idiot. He literally was like the strongest person in the world, but he just like, he gave in to what his mom's desires were, which was the opposite of what Gohan was. He was not the type of person that wanted to study. He didn't like reading. He hated it. His mom beat it into him. He was ruined as a character because his mom just beat into him. He needed to be a regular average person. He was forced to go against his own desires. Because of the fans, because of his mother, and because of Shonen Jump. He could have been great. But now we get Dad Gohan, who's just like your regular average businessman. This disappointment.
The first part of Dragon Ball Z that I ever watched was actually the Saiyaman arc.
Disappointment.
I found it very entertaining, but that was years ago. And look, I don't have a lot to argue with. I don't have anything like at all.
Gohan should be Super Saiyan God.
I don't keep up with Dragon Ball Z. There's just too many, not enough time. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a lot to Dragon Ball.
I watched the original Dragon Ball way back in the day when they re-aired it on Toonami in like the late 90s. And then I popped into that Saiyaman and the Majin Buu arc of Dragon Ball Z. Like, can we be real? Like, Dragon Ball Z, a lot of the shows, a lot of long-running anime shows, you gotta watch from the beginning to get everything. Dragon Ball Z, you could just start at any episode and just be like, oh, those guys are fighting for this reason. Let's do it. Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward.
20 episodes later.
Yeah, the manga does it a lot better. The power-ups are a lot quicker.
Well,
they were stretching for time.
It's written words, so I imagine that unless you sit there and stare at the page and vibrate it a little bit while you're reading the manga, it's not gonna be.
The reason it does that is because, again, anime companies need to stretch for time. That's why filler exists. But in Dragon Ball Z, they just stretch the power-ups. And I was like, you could have just drawn more fight. There could have just been more fight. Would have been cool.
You're not wrong. DC, you know what time it is?
Is it time for Anime Club?
It's time for Anime Club, my good man. DC, what is Anime Club?
Well, Anime Club is where we get together on Fridays around 8:30 p.m. 5 Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, and we watch anime together. And you know what? You can tune in Anime Club on Fridays by joining the Anime Club voice channel in the server. It is hosted by Yojack. And along with our Anime Club episodes, Yojack hosts a different anime movie every week. This upcoming Friday is Legend of the Millennium Dragon. Start times are expected around 9:30 to 6:30. But everyone is welcome to join. We hope to see you there. This week on Anime Club, we watched Promised Neverland and God of High School episode 5.
Yep. And we watched the movie Loop Guru. We won't talk about that during the cast.
That
you have to
is
join us in the after
specifically
show.
for the after show, which is available to patrons.
Patreons, $1 a month. You can watch us complain, and we can do s'wars. We can do
s'wars, and you get another like 20 to 40 minutes of content. That's sweet content. Everyone likes that sweet content.
So yeah, if you want to do that,
don't ask me where I go with these voices.
There's links.
Go.
Whichever side it is, they're in the chat. There's links.
You can find it in the chat.
Or in our Discord server.
Comment section down below.
Wherever. It's all over the place. Anyway, Promised Neverland, Season 1, Episode 5, which was entitled
301045.
Yep. Which
3010.
There's gotta be something to the names of these episodes.
I think if we looked at all of the children, we would know what the significance is.
Probably. There's probably significance of the Yes, Chase Griffin Smith, Legend of the Millennium Eye. I don't know what it is. It sounds like it should be a Yu-Gi-Oh movie. It's probably not.
This is about the Millennium Dragon.
That sounds like something from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, so we start out the Promised Neverland literally right where we left off. Right there. And it's where Norman had just called Ray out for being a spy. He just did. He's like, oh, you're the spy. And then that's where credits rolled last time. But in this one, and we start out right there, and he explains that he laid out a trap for 3 people. And because he actually told Ray the wrong locations and then they were hidden in different things. It's pretty much called him out. That proved that it was either Ray or Emma. And it's definitely not Emma.
He wasn't even testing Emma. He was only testing Ray.
Yeah, he was. And then Ray just flops on the bed and he starts laughing.
He confirms it.
So yeah, he admits to being a spy, and Norman has been suspecting him since Crone.
Yeah, since the sister arrived.
And he's like, "Oh, you're my friend. How long?" And then he's like, "Well, I can't remember when I wasn't. I've been a spy for Mom.
A spy for Mama for years."
Yeah, for years. And Norman, who normally is cool, calm, and posed, he actually looks shook.
Yeah, Norman looks very surprised, and Ray looks very crazy.
And and Norman demands 3 things from him, and he's like, "Look, you're gonna stay, and you're gonna guarantee their safety. You gotta stay, and you have to help.
Guarantee our safety, give us information, and lie to Mom."
Yeah, flip to our side, spy to us, lie to Mom. And Norman's like, "Well, I could have used you and then cast you aside, but he didn't."
Ray told him, "You should have used me and cast me aside."
Yeah. Norman could have, though. It was a possibility. And Norman did consider it. But he didn't want to
because of Emma.
Well, there's also because of Emmy.
I said it because of Emma.
Yeah, so Norman
that's
equals
the main
simp.
reason.
Let's just reinforce that. Norman equals simp.
I mean, that's 100% confirmed.
Ray had laid the bunny out in the first episode, we come to find out. Ray had did that, so they would follow the breadcrumbs.
Mm-hmm. That would lead them there, and he's like, "You messed up my plan because you left little bunny."
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Yeah. How did Ray find this out in the first place?
It's not explained. It's just he found out.
I would like it to be explained, because Mom's not going to tell this child. How did he find out?
Maybe he went to the gate. We see as a little kid he often went to that gate. So maybe
you're not wrong.
And Ray's the type that's really curious, so maybe one day he followed Mama and was just like, "I want to see what's going on."
Yeah, you're right. And he's very, very smart. We've already established this. But pretty much we find out that, they messed up his plan because they left the bunny there.
And he is the mastermind of everything.
Pretty much. And he volunteered to spy so he would survive, and then he gets in exchange is survival and junk,
and
he
stuff.
specifies.
Well,
Junk in the dub.
All because he wanted to test what he could get and what he couldn't get. And
Pretty much.
It's a smart move. He did what you should do in that situation. He was testing the limits of what Mama could get a hold of, so he could get a general idea of how isolated they are, what a little bit of what the outside world is like. He knows that everything was older models, so he knows that nothing new is really being produced.
Exactly. Everything he believes in, everything she brings him is, as you said, really old and dated, and but he still thinks it's possible to break the tracking devices.
Yeah, well, he says he's actually seen them and tested with them.
Oh, see, I didn't really get that in the dub. I mean, he kind of hinted at that he just thinks it's possible, but he's not exactly sure how. Then
really?
He goes
the dub messed that whole thing up. He literally states in the sub.
Unless I'm wrong, I could have misremembered or not written it properly.
He states,
that's why I take so many notes.
Norman says, "Can the tracking devices be broken?" And Ray states, "Yes, they can. I've seen them. I've managed to break them."
Oh, yeah. See,
that's why later on Emma gets a little upset.
Yeah, and I do have it is possible to break the tracking devices in my notes. That's all I got. So anyway, and then he's like, I know so much, and all I want to do is make sure you two live, pretty much. Emma
his whole reason for doing this was to make sure that Emma and Norman got out of there.
So he offers
he wanted
a deal.
It to be the three of them.
Yeah, so he offers him a deal. If Norman agrees, then he'll do anything Norman wants, and leak false info to Mom.
Trick Emma.
One thing, trick Emma. Pretend we're taking everyone and then ditch him last minute. And then maybe Dawn and Gilda. But why only Dawn and Gilda? Maybe because they're a little older. Yeah, that's fair. And then, of course, Norman protests. The training, Ray's it's not going to do much good, pretty much.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, the kids are everybody else's burden. If you don't like it, then we can all die here, pretty much.
Well, yeah, because there's a bunch of babies.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Norman
How are you
agrees.
gonna escape with the babies?
Here's the thing, though, is Norman agrees.
He knows it's not possible, but he doesn't care. He wants to do it because he loves Emma. That's the only.
But Ray's if you're lying to me, blah 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 blah.
You better not be like Cone. Lying.
Yeah. Look, it's not a good time because Emma's such a sweet soul. She doesn't deserve this. I would try to save everyone too.
She's a sweet soul, as we see at the end of the episode. So very sweet.
Hi. Anyway, Ray seems satisfied. And Norman's very shaken, and after Ray leaves, he sits there and thinks a bit, and then he seems to have an idea.
Then he also freaks out more. And he freaks out. He has an idea, and he freaks out. And then Ray just leaves and goes and stares at a picture of the three of them.
That whole conversation was nearly half the episode.
It was so much. Both of these episodes is so much happens in so little happens really, but it's because what happens is so much of the episode. This one moment is just so much of it.
Ray goes to Mom, puts Crone against Mom, reports the kids are still playing by tag, and he's like, well, I've helped you for 6 years, kind of thing. Tries to leverage against her for trust.
And she's yet still they found out you're a bad watchdog.
Yeah, and then he's like, well, I want my reward,
I want my reward, Mama.
Give me my Norman toy. Has a nightmare. That nightmare was pretty oof. Just running.
Because Norman's conflicted because he knows Ray's right.
Yeah, but he also knows that, he should save everyone.
You notice he was most affected by Emma?
Yeah,
he didn't really care. He didn't care about the other kids or Ray, really.
Look, for those of you that's not seen it, his nightmare is he's running over the bodies of his classmates, down a tunnel.
Well, no, he's running out the tunnel. Oh, wait. Angels, did we lose you? All right, well, I'll just tell you guys what happened while we wait for her to come back. Basically, he's running down a tunnel, the tunnel that they saw Connie get taken into.
Hello?
Yeah. Oh, hey, welcome back. I'm telling them
Can
that
you
he's
see
running
me?
down a no. I'm telling him that he's running down a tunnel that they saw Connie being taken through, and it's filled with water. And he's like, "Come on, everybody!" Oh, there you are. But he's like, "Come on, everyone!" And when he looks back,
Sorry,
they're all like stabbed with the roses.
Yeah, pretty much. It was pretty. I mean, it wasn't like super graphic. We saw worse with
No,
Connie's
it wasn't
body,
graphic at
but
all. And then he gets talked to by Zombie Ray.
yeah, pretty much. And
He's like, "I told you this
then
would happen."
And then he's woken up by little cute ones. And then the our main three characters go out to talk, like later, much later.
Not really much later. They talk like right after he gets woken up by the cute ones, and they kind of.
And then Ray, like Norman, tries to like hide Ray's betrayal, and he just straight up like,
Then
no,
Ray
I'm
just
the spy.
admits it. Like, yeah, I'm the spy. I was working for Mama.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I meant to tell you sooner, but I had to use cover-ups, and he's had a change
Emma
of
freaks
heart.
out.
Yeah, well, yeah, Emma's gonna freak out, but she was
Emma
also rather
becomes
understanding.
The
about it,
freakiest, creepiest character in the series.
She was just upset. You leave my baby alone.
No, because she goes up to him and she's like, Ray, what happened to the children you experimented on? You didn't sacrifice anyone for us, right, Ray? And she had that creepy look on her face, and she was grabbing his hand.
Yeah, well, I can't blame her. I would be rather pissed too. Like, damn.
I'm just saying, man.
But she makes him promise to not use any of the other kids or betray them. He does.
How do you make an omelet? You gotta crack a couple eggs.
These are children, not eggs, DC. There's a difference.
No, they're cattle. This is a farm. They're all...
These are children, DC.
Not to the
demons. Anyway.
Demons
so it's Dawn and Gilda are like just watching them.
And Dawn, I have it. I've quoted him because I agree with Dawn. How long are they going to discuss things?
Look, but he thinks Connie's still alive. They misled Dawn and Gilda. Look, Chase says you've lost it.
Yeah, it was funny.
Those are children, DC.
They're fictional children on a demon farm.
This is tea, but we're just gonna, for the gag, we're just gonna pretend that it's vodka, and I'm just...
So, the thing is, though, is that we get a freaking plot block. It happens finally. We get a plot block. The trio
are walking back, yep. And Norman's gonna ask Ray about what he was planning. And we get our first plot block. That's a graphic we should have given to our boy. It's a plot block graphic.
We need to get that posted up, plot block.
Look, it's not your fault, Senko. We'll get it to you next time. We use plot block a lot in Season 0. Exclusively for Patreons. Anyway. But Emma interrupts and got something to... Yeah,
and then, in typical fashion... We have to do this in typical fashion. It's I found something trope followed immediately by cutting to a new location where you have to wonder between being halfway away from the house outside to when they finally get up to the room to talk about this. What did she do? She's like, I found something, and then she just like goes up to Dawn and Gilda, and then she's just like, yeah. And they just all go up there, and it's just like a quiet walk. Like, what do they talk about in between? I found something that I need to report, and then finally going all the way up to the place to report it.
Let's be how suspicious that is. As an adult, if I see a group of children, especially small children, I used to babysit a lot, walking together quietly, not laughing, not joking, not playing, they're up to something. I'm going to follow them.
This is like in those movies where it's like, I've got something to report, and then it's like a complete different change of scenery, and they're like continuing the discussion, and you're like, what did you talk about in between that?
Yeah, look, I don't know. And then Gilda and Emma were watching Mom.
The house has a secret room.
Yeah, pretty much. Hidden doors, hidden rooms. They sit there and they're like in a little secret area again, and then Ray's that's where she reports to HQ. It must be.
Yeah, it's a scheduled, Which, I gotta say, Ray's the only smart person here.
Look, Norman's hyper-intelligent, but he doesn't have... He doesn't apply that to like
smart.
common
No,
sense stuff.
because Dawn's like, we gotta get in there. We gotta sneak in there. And Ray's like, no, that's stupid. We could get caught. She could track us. She could know we found out about this.
Look,
No,
they
we
shouldn't
gotta
have
do
lied. They shouldn't have lied to Dawn and Gilda in the first place that Connie's still alive, because now they're like, well, if we get in there, then we can find out where Connie is. And our main three are just like, there is literally no reason to go in there.
Who told them that? The non-smart ones.
Linda, listen. Linda, look. Moving on. Let's push right forward. Ray's like, yeah, it's too risky.
I literally paused the episode after that, and I wrote in my notes, Dawn's gonna do something stupid, followed by, yup.
Yep. When they're making dinner, Dawn and Gilda decide to break into the hidden room.
Because he's told, Ray tells him, hey, go to dinner or Mama's gonna get suspicious. Somebody needs to go do it.
Yeah,
and Dawn's like, alright, I'll go. And then he leaves. And he doesn't go to dinner, hence why I put, Dawn's gonna do something stupid. And then it was, yep, very stupid.
They get into her bedroom and they're messing with the bookcase, and she uses her brain and finds how to open it.
Yeah,
Dawn was
Gilda
just
uses her brain. Gilda uses her brain because she notices there's a gap that looks very bookshelf-like in the other bookshelf.
So they like yank a book or something, and then it slides open, and there's a locked door behind it.
So that's right. She pushes it back and moves it.
And be careful, you're pissing off fans in the chat again there, DC.
I don't care.
I see you.
That's gonna be my feelings throughout this.
The bookshelf opens, and there's a locked door behind it, and then the main door, like the door to the hall of Mama's bedroom, opens, and we just see fly land on my face. The height of rudeness.
End episode.
Anyway. End episode. We just see Dawn and Gilda freaking out. So they're dead. They're dead. I mean,
no, they're not.
They're dead.
They're not gonna die. It's gonna probably be one of the kids. It's either going to be one of the kids, or somehow they manage to get into the room.
Or it's Crone and trying to snoop in Mama's room too, and then Crone can't tell on him because they could tell on her.
I have heavy doubts that's going to happen.
Look, it's a possibility. So, it's just a possibility, my dude. But anyway, now we can talk about the God of High School.
Ronde.
Season 1, Episode 5. Season 1, Episode 5. Is it Ronde? Ronde?
I don't know. R-O-N-D.
Ronde.
Roundhound.
Roundhound. I don't know. Which the title of these episodes don't really have a lot to do with the show themselves either.
No, they don't. Where does Hound have anything to do with anything that happens in this episode?
Look,
it's dragon based.
Say that this was a bad butt episode, like in a good way.
It was freaking awesome.
It was a great episode.
Awesome. We get what the start of it is.
Before the opening,
Han Daiwei is fighting his friend Wu.
Yeah. The sick friend that I thought it would have. Let's do the thing. They're fighting. They kick each other's butts every time they meet.
Yeah, they were fighting, and he was trying to remember what they were fighting over, and then Han is like, he's throwing up, and it shows that he can't really stomach what he did to Mira. And like, he feels horribly guilty about it, and when he imagines punching her in the stomach where she was wounded, he literally vomits again.
Yeah.
Because Han Daiwei is a saint! He's a saint!
He is.
He is such a good person that having to do bad makes him physically ill.
Look, and then we get our cool opening again. I love that opening. It's like on my YouTube playlist now. Be your contradiction.
We get Jin versus Byeon, and Jin is not playing around and beats him into submission.
Yeah, Byeon's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and it just skips right to the fight. It's like even the writers want to get this out of the way pretty quick.
Which is sad, because in the webtoon it's a lot more interesting fight.
And then the next is the finals. Jin just wipes the floor with Byeon.
Yeah, here's an interesting thing. In the webtoon, it doesn't go that fast, and it's actually an educational moment for Jin. Don't you yawn? It's actually an educational moment, and Jin Mori, like, grows because of it. He grows as a fighter.
Interesting.
Yeah, you should check out the webtoon because it was vastly different.
So much stuff to do, my dude. So much.
I know. So do I.
Anyway, Jin does not look very happy. He looks like I'm gonna do a very pissed.
But we get Mira being healed up, and she got scolded by the nurses for not getting healed.
She pretty much didn't know that she could use the nanomachines on an injury that was done outside the tournament. Yeah. But, she didn't think that would, honestly makes sense. I would understand that assumption because, they're probably very, very expensive, these nanomachines, which if we...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they're nanomachines.
Yeah.
That can cure broken necks.
But then because outside the ring, Jin just is upset. Oh, it keeps flipping back out and forth between the hospital scene and the ring.
They talk about Han. We get that Han's friend is in very bad shape. He's in a freaking box.
He's like in a very hyper-intensive, like,
isolation
closed
box.
Environment kind of thing. But I thought he died last episode. Yeah, I thought he died last episode. Not just newborns, like high-risk preemie newborns that cannot be exposed to outer things, which most likely it's kind of cancer. Most likely it's cancer, which makes sense because cancer destroys your immune system. So,
well, I don't know what it is, but all I care about is that we get Jin Mori versus Han Daiwei.
Yeah.
Holy crap, this is an intense fight. Just, God, this fight is intense.
Yeah, look, I need to catch up with you because you skipped a bunch of stuff.
Wait, not really.
Okay, look, Jin was mad because Han was ruthless. Jin
What do you mean I
visits...
skipped? I said we start getting Jin versus Han, and that's when they have that talk in the ring.
No, I'm talking about when Jin visits Mira in the hospital.
We got past that.
No, we didn't. You skipped all of that.
No, because it's unimportant. It's just like a little scene.
Look, I just want to say that she's just like, look, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I said they talk about Han. She's like, yeah.
Whatever. And then, anyway, time for finals. Lots of fanfare, whatever. Park is watching that creepy guy.
Well, because, Park is a bad person.
Is he?
Yeah.
Anyway, and he's like, well, let's see if the Tiger Cubs awakens. And the announcer's like, go! I was expecting more fanfare, honestly. And then they start fighting.
The judges
fists fly. Blood sprays. Strange point of view shots. And they keep knocking each other down just back and forth.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Are watching, saying one is slightly better than the other, but we won't say who.
Yeah, they're not talking about which one, but they said one of them has an advantage.
Yeah.
And then blue hair lady gets a call.
Yep. And the tides start to turn in Han's favor. Jin says that he'll pay, and things start to get more interesting.
Han's like, we were never friends.
Yeah. Ouch. And he hits him with the triple kick, yeets him, and they just go back and forth. And
it's awesome!
Then he yeets him, and then he's like, here, let me help you up. And then he's like, yeah, no. And he uses it, turns it into a throw, and he throws Jin Mori. Like, it's pretty rude.
Awesome, badass fight is all we need to say for that part.
Yeah,
holy
for
crap.
real.
Because we go back to the hospital, and my note here is very specific. Mira's cousin is adorable.
Look, yeah, just before we cut back to the hospital, Han was gearing up a black tortoise sacred art.
Yeah.
And she is adorable. She's trying to carry all the boxes.
And she's like,
so Mira doesn't
stay
have
behind me.
Yes, it's so cute.
Don't you stray
Uncle
from
goes
me.
to get her discharged, which leaves the girls alone.
Yeah,
and then
like, you better stay behind me because this hospital's big.
They're supposed to wait, but they don't.
Yeah.
And then she just wanders off. She somehow, I didn't understand this. Her thing beeps. She looks at it. There's absolutely nothing on the screen except for her own stats. And she goes,
no, it's not her stats. It says level 2. She's not level 2.
Oh, it was shown so quickly. I was just like, Nani?
Yeah.
Somebody else in the hospital is using nanomachines.
Well,
and so
if you remember, there's certain parts in the anime where they can actually see the stats of other people. Because like certain fights will happen and they can actually see the stats and stuff. So she sees that someone's level 2, health is really low, like health 2.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, someone's getting nano treatment.
And she investigates because logically she might think it's Jin or Mori. Or Jin or Mori. Those are the same person.
No, she's just trying to figure out who it is.
Well, that's what I assumed anyway. But she goes back there and it's his sick friend and he dies. Blue-haired lady got the phone call at the ring. She's there. She sees.
Yep. And it's Han's friend.
Yep, Han's sick friend. He really is dead this time.
Dies. Does not make it. Sad moment for all.
Back to the ring, and Mori hits. I have it written in my notes too. Han hits Jin.
With the 4 styles, baby.
With a barrage of there's like a phoenix, a dragon, a tortoise.
He hits him with the Genbu, hits him with the phoenix, hits him with the Byakuyo, and then he hits him with the dragon move, which cuts him up.
Yeah, it does. Like it cuts. Also during this, it's like cutting to the park, and he's talking to Dawei about his wish, and he was like, "Oh, then I'll make you a deal."
The event.
Yeah, if he wins this the finals for the, I can't think of the word, the preliminaries, qualifiers, the
regional preliminaries. But he literally states it must be overwhelming victory.
Yeah. Exactly, and it's back and forth between the flashback and them fighting in the ring, Dawei just wailing on Jin Mori, and then Jin's still fighting, and like he uses a kick to block some of the energy of that dragon attack, but it still cuts him up. Like you see them.
It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, so crazy, so crazy. OMG.
But then we kind of get Park informs Han Daiwei.
Yeah. Like Jin gets yoked to the other side of the ring, and he's coughing up blood. The announcer's like, "Oh, he's down," and then during that time, Daiwei Park calls him over, and he's like, "Yeah, he's dead.
Your friend's dead." And we get a flashback.
Our deal's done. Tell us about the flashback, GC.
I titled this flashback "How I Met My Best Friend."
Don't you tell me about your best friend?
I guess Han Daiwei was like a delinquent boss.
Yeah, he had like a little group groupies
his
there.
Delinquent friends were kind of douches. And I guess he was known for like beating up an entire high school of dudes, and he ends up getting like attacked by them again, and they're like, "Oh, your friends ditched you," and apparently Han Daiwei, his sick friend, shows up and starts fighting with him
when he wasn't sick.
Yeah, when he wasn't sick. Here's the thing, though. Because he says the line, like, you need to believe in them. If you believe in them, they'll
be better. You can't have friends without believing that they will be your friends.
They made a massive change from the webtoon to this, in that he showed up because his friends got attacked by these guys, his followers, and they all ran off. And then his buddy does show up and starts fighting with him, and when he says that you should believe in them, he actually says that during the fight, and then after they get like beat up a couple more guys, all of his buddies show up, and they all help to fight. And I'm like, yeah, that's a massive change to Han Daiwei's past.
Yeah. So anyway, we go back to the ring, and Han falls over. An announcer, and he's not doing well. He's literally just did not get hit or anything. He just falls over with this news that his friend has passed.
He kind of just
announcer just counts down. He gets up and they start fighting again. But Han is on the defensive. If you call it defensive, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't even trying. Like he's just getting the crap punched out. He's been used as a punching bag. So then it cuts to Park, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, never mind. That we already covered that. That he said we started the treatment, but it was too late." And then the blue-haired lady's asking Park, like, "Why did you tell him now?" Because Park's
you see how a true man is when he's at the lowest.
You see who he truly is. Yeah, exactly. Then back to the ring. Crowd
Mira
cheering. Yeah, and then
Mira's like, you weren't this week when we fought. Get up.
Yeah, Jin's yelling at him that they are his friends, and Mira got a bullhorn from somewhere, and she's yelling at him as well.
Where they get things. Accept it.
Look, she's like, and then she calls him over, and somehow
this is my favorite part. Is that
this
she calls
is the
him
best
over
part.
To give him a letter, and the announcer is like, "You can't stop! Get back to fighting! You have to fight!" And like Jin's just ignoring him, and he's just like,
Jin's like,
I can't hear you, la la la.
Exactly. It's funny. He's mocking him and pretending not to hear. It's great because he's just I just love it.
And then we get the really heartfelt letter.
Can we just talk about how good of a character Jin is?
Oh, he's great.
I love Jin Mori because let's go back just a second. When Jin offered that hand to help him up, Han just threw him. And now that Han needs that moment, Jin's like, I got you. Let me just distract this announcer for a minute.
Jin is a good person.
Look, you're right. And then she gives him a letter from her friend.
When she's like, I know I'm gonna die. I hear you're in a tournament. You're fighting for me. But
and he skims it, and you gotta learn to fight for
yourself.
Pretty much. And he's like, okay, well, just hold on to it for me till after the match.
Mm.
And Jin's just still covering his ears while the announcer yells at him. And then he covers, and then the announcer starts to go after Han, and then he tackles the announcer and starts covering the announcer's mouth. And I love how no one's upset by this at all. No, everyone's just watching it. And then Han's like, "You guys really are idiots." And then he's ready to fight.
I always lose to idiots. They fight, and again, amazing fight. Goes into a very stylistic style, battle style.
Yes, it does. And the letter is read aloud. Why the art changes, and it's very pretty. It wasn't like glue over the wall. The disgusting art.
It was really well done. It looked really like old school Japanese print paintings. You know, the calligraphy paintings. It was really beautiful. And it matched the fighting style very well.
The friend, you find out from the letter that the friend knew Han was fighting for him and that treatment wasn't going to work. And he's happy that Han was risking his life for him. He's like, you're that friend that is going to go out there and risk your life just to try to save me kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he has no regrets. But he doesn't want Han Dawei to have any either. He wants him to keep fighting, but this time for himself.
That's what I said, a heartfelt letter.
Yeah, and then the style changes from an ink to complementing colors and just really cool stuff. And they're just trading blows back and forth. It's gorgeous. It's a great fight.
Jin copies some moves.
Dawei hits Jin with another dragon style thing, and Jin counters with his own dragon kick. That takes some sort of physical
Jin Mori
form.
Original.
A Jin Mori
original.
But the kick takes you see the aura thing, and it's whatever.
It's a giant. The damage it does is
the
insane.
Dragon. It destroys the ring, and Park is like, oh, now we have 2 tiger cubs, pretty much.
Yeah. So I guess the idea was that everyone thought Han was gonna win.
And Han runs out of hit points. He falls. Jin wins.
Then it's flashback. Idiots.
Yeah. And it's flashback to the friend who says he can lose happily if he gave everything he had.
Yep.
The friend wants him to smile. So the ring Jin offers helps Dawei up, and then another flashback, and they're and it's current events. I don't know, but either way, they're friends again.
Yep, they're friends. They walk out. She helps. Helps Jin carry.
Mira comes and helps, and they're playful, and then they do their little back and forth. Mira and Jin. Oh, I wish I could have fought you both. Well, shut up, you gorilla. And then friends do friend stuff.
Yeah, my note was just friendship.
Yeah, and Han calls them both idiots, but then they get this long-haired man.
Yeah, it was is that all Seoul has?
Pretty much. And there's a guy in a hoodie that's just heh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Smiling.
But we get an after-credit scene.
We do.
Which is the sad scene of Han saying goodbye to his friend and at his little gravesite. But then
it was a little shrine in his urn, and
Also telling him pretty much he got the last laugh because he closes it and there's an image of Jin, Han, and Mira, and it says on it, "I'm not alone, ha ha."
Yeah, and he's like, "I'll see you later," and then he's not alone because he has other friends. His friend worried that he was such a weirdo that he would never have friends. Wouldn't have any other friends, and he does. He has friends.
It was a beautiful, touching moment. Very good anime. I love it because it's true friendship and the fights are well done, the animation's great, the story's great. God of High School is
honestly,
awesome.
like I was thinking about it, like a lot of animes like this will have a romance subplot. I'm hoping this one doesn't, and if it does, I want the romance to occur naturally between Mira and whoever. I don't want it to be all of a sudden, I think I'm into this person. No. If they do a romance, they better do it right.
It feels like it would either be between Mira and Jin or Mira and Han.
Yeah.
But it feels more like it's towards Jin.
Because I'm just digging the friendship thing. Okay? We don't have to always have romances. Like, I like romances. I like shipping people. But this anime is not, that's not what it's about. This entire anime is a tournament arc.
It's so good without it. It's so good without it.
Anyway, now we're on Vampire News. And we're still looking for an Overwatch general manager, everybody. And DC? Who say the other one?
Well, I don't remember what our other news was.
I literally post this. Whatever. Looking for a Twitter general manager. If you guys are interested in either of those roles, contact Yojak through the Discord server. And then guess what? More positions will be available soon. Keep your eyes on the Discord. You guys want to become staff? Want to help us out? Join the Discord. Keep an eye in there. There's going to be more positions available. And you could join our team.
I believe we also have a new
more than just a viewer. More than just a friend. I think we did get a new patron, yeah.
Zach Cake has joined as a Joni.
Thank you, Zach. We appreciate that. We appreciate you.
Shout out to you, Zach.
Keep being awesome. But
I think
that's about the end of it, my friends. That's about all we got for today. I mean, well, DC and I aren't free yet. We still get to do the post show, but
can only see that if you're a patron, though.
Well, that's the last time we're going to talk about it today. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. We appreciate y'all. Bye. See you later.
See you guys later. Send us out. Take care. Goodbye.
Bye.